I had an interesting experience yesterday and I wanted to share it with you. I was at a music festival that is a local event that happens every year as a fundraiser. And I brought my son and was excited to see a bunch of my friends that I haven't really gotten to see in a long time. And I see one of my friends, I go over to him and I start talking to him. And I'm about 5 minutes into the conversation. I start kind of realizing that there's a person standing 2 or 3 feet away from him. And as I start to kind of move my head a little to the side, I realize that the person that was standing next to him was my ex-husband. And it was a strange experience. I didn't see him. I didn't see him there. I saw there was a person, but I didn't register that that was my ex. He didn't even really come into my field of vision, and I didn't feel his energy. And the funny thing is that wasn't the only time it happened. There was another time later on that I saw another friend. I went over, started talking. About 5 minutes into the conversation, realized who's about 4 feet behind them, but my ex. And then at another point, I was in a field watching my son run after bubbles and just giggling and laughing and having a good time. And then all of a sudden I look just a little bit over, almost straight, but a little bit to the right. And bam, there he is again, sitting there. And the only reason why I'm sharing this with you is because back when I was in that toxic relationship, or when I was afraid in that toxic relationship, I would have felt him. I would have sensed the energy, that uncomfortable energy coming from him. I would have been looking for him and paying more attention to my surroundings. And it was a really eye-opening experience because I didn't even notice that he was there. And I share this with you specifically because of the fact that I know for so many people who are struggling, they don't know what to do. They're not sure. They feel so uncomfortable. They can sense this other person. They're worried about this other person. And how can I fix it? How can I make this better? And they get sucked into this negative energy that's in there. And one of the things that I tell my clients very often is that when you do the right work, you won't attract those types of people anymore. Those people that bring you anxiety and discomfort and stress. And yesterday was such a perfect example of that, is that my field of vision, my energy levels were to a point where his energy didn't register on my radar. I didn't even see him. And when you get to the right place in healing, you will not even see those people that are going to bring you negative energy. They're going to kind of be like on the outsides. They're you run into them, you see them on the street, you kind of, maybe you would do a hi bye, but those people that have that kind of negative energy are not going to be people that you're attracted to. Right away, you're just going to have this feeling of they don't exist, or you're not interested in having a further conversation with them. So I just want to give you hope that with the right work, you won't have to worry anymore about, attracting the wrong person and not sure if you're going to see the red flags, because those people won't even come into your field of vision. So keep pushing, keep working, work on that support system, make sure that you are taking those action steps to really move forward in your healing, and you'll get there.